Hello my friends, today I'm going to try and show you how I cover glossy books with fabric to alter them, and the secret is to use really thin fabric like this with some viscose from a top, so that's become this one. I used this silk coffee dyed for this one, and it doesn't matter that it is see-through because once it's on there you can now glue other things on, like I did on this one, which was with this silk scarf, because it will now hold just ordinary PVA glue or whatever, but using thin fabric to cover the first time means it is not bulky in the corners, and you can glue on a cover on the inside, and I'll show you that. Well, that's the plan anyway. So I'll show you how I prepare them, removing the inside. Of course you can use a knife, but my nails do the job. Yeah, that's the pages gone. And I like to use them later on to glue on for the cover, or you can use some other paper. Now what I tend to do is remove this cardboard in the back because it's way too thick if you want to bind papers into them later. So I just remove it. It will get covered again with fabric anyway. So there we are. That can go away, and then I glue this down usually. I'll do that later. So here's some thin fabric. This is actually from a very old cotton duvet cover, coffee and rust dyed. Probably a bit too big. It doesn't really matter. So I'll show you this on a little one, but the process is exactly the same for the bigger books. I'm using Mod Podge Matte. Doing it in stages. I didn't even iron the fabric because it kind of smooths out when you stick it on. And then the spine. And the other side. You can use PVA as well, or that sort of thing. Perhaps water it down a bit so it doesn't dry too quickly. Now I want to cut off a little bit of the corners, but leave enough, so don't cut all the way to the corner, leave enough for it to be able to go over the corner just a little bit. So I'll cut it to there. To make it slightly less bulky but still cover the corner. So I do the corners first. I should use that old magazine for putting glue on. And then this side. It's a bit long, but it doesn't matter, it gets covered. Push that right in. Just glue these bits down. I hope I am in frame, because my setup is amateurish, I suppose you could call it. Because my iPad is sitting on the clothes era, which is then standing above the table. It's the coffee table, because the ordinary table would be a bit high, it doesn't give you much. I can use it for some flip throughs of small things. So there we are. Now it just needs to dry. And I always dry things on these old page protectors because nothing seems to stick to that. And then I'll use another one that I've worked on before that is dry. That was this one, to show you how I put on, how I carry on. Am I still in frame? Yeah. So this is now dry. Now I'm going to cover the spine with the same fabric so you don't see a difference too much, and then I will glue on the covers. This one I sewed on some lace, which I still have to cut off. Sew it first and then cut, because sewing always sort of stretches things. So that'll go there. I'll show you this one. This was this fabric from, oh, I cut the sleeves off the top. It was viscose as well. So cover the spine. Fabric always stretches. So. Stretches when it gets wet. Yeah, that'll do. It's so warm, things dry so quickly at the moment. There. Now, I don't think there's a difference between front and back. Perhaps I'll have this for the front, although I'll go and put other things on it. Have the pocket in the back. Cover it more of that overhanging lace. I might glue it on the side so as not to get any over the edges. Actually, this was some photo envelope paper that I coffee and rust dyed. Sturdy paper is good, so it doesn't get too floppy once it's got glue on it. So there's that one done. Now I can think of other things to put on it. And the pages to go in. And that needs to dry now, so I can put my glue away. That's it for today. Bye.